welcome back to Grappleman's videos. Before I get into this, I'd just like to remind you to subscribe and like the channel, and definitely leave some comments after this video. I wanted to take the opportunity today to discuss my feelings on this whole console thing about Odyssey. I am a triple elite player on console, and I've been playing since the summer of 2017, and I've enjoyed the game. I'm in a squadron, and there's a lot of things I've done. I've acquired a fleet carrier and all that other stuff. And so obviously, I would like to see all that 75 weeks of game time I have placed onto the PC so that I could do Odyssey. And that's how I originally felt when this whole thing came out about the fact that they were going to discontinue the console. Back in March, when the game came out, I went ahead and bought a PC, and I started a new character, and I've been playing Odyssey on the PC, and I'm enjoying Odyssey immensely. Obviously, I'm making videos about it. But I got to thinking, this week they announced that they're going to talk about transferring console to PC. At first, I was like, I need to have my stuff transferred over. But then I got to thinking about it, and there are a couple points I'd like to make. First of all, I love Elite Dangerous. It's a game, warts and all, and it's not going to be perfect, and no game is. I get hours and hours of enjoyment out of playing this game with my friends and on my own, all on the console. So should I switch that over to PC? First of all, playing Odyssey on the PC, I had to start from scratch, and that's a lot of grind. Everyone who plays this game knows that. Second, it would be great to have all my ships and all my engineering and unlocks. That would be useful. Of course, there will be no new content for the console, which limits what you can do in the future. And so, like everyone else on console, I was disappointed with that news. Okay, so what are the reasons for not transferring my account over? Well, first of all, when I started my Odyssey character from scratch, I've worked pretty hard to build up a pretty good set of unlocks and engineer openings, which I would have to then do again. Second, all the people I play with on console would no longer be able to play in groups with me, which would be very disappointing. And third, which doesn't necessarily apply to me, is I'd have to buy a brand new PC capable of playing the game at the levels that Odyssey has now. So where does this leave me? Like a lot of console players, I was disappointed when the news came out. But lately I've been kind of changing my mind about whether I should transfer my character or not. Currently I'm playing Horizons on the console and Odyssey on the PC, and I'm enjoying both. And I think back to what it was about Horizons that drew me into the game. There was no on-foot gameplay, there was no walking in my ships, there were no fleet carriers. Just a really solid space sim with a lot of good gameplay opportunities. It allowed me to spend my hours exploring, doing combat, mining, and that stuff is still in Horizons. If a new player picked up the game today on the console and played Horizons, they would have a lot of good gameplay opportunities for many, many hours. The game itself is still engaging, and the fact that a lot of people are just dumping the game because they're angry that the company didn't continue on the console seems a little bit harsh in my brain. And sure, players who have played the game a long time, they want to see improvements, they want to see new gameplay opportunities, and I agree, there are some things Frontier could add to the game to make it even better. But I also understand that games can outgrow their platform. If the game's to improve, then that means the programs get more complicated, the graphics get more intense, and the current consoles can't handle the way that Frontier is going. And yes, you could argue their basic code is a mess and all that, and that's far too technical for me as far as gaming. I play the game to enjoy it, and that's it. I'm not going to pretend that I even understand what programmers do in a game. Odyssey does look beautiful on the PC. Graphics are better. There's a lot more players on the PC. If you like first-person shooters, then obviously Odyssey's got that going for it. And I do believe that Frontier has some gameplay ideas that they're going to be releasing. And yes, I know their communication is somewhat lacking sometimes, But that doesn't take away from the fact that we all love this game, we all played this game, and the reason that we're very upset is because we want the game to be the best it can be, and we all have our opinions about that. But moving forward, Wednesday's coming, and I'm not sure how I'm going to go yet. I just know one thing. I'm not going to stop playing, whether it's Odyssey or Horizons. I think Elite Dangerous is a great game, and it's going to continue to be my go-to game, and I'm going to continue to make videos and reach out to anyone who needs help and make new friends in this game. And I'll keep hoping for some new gameplay activities such as base building, or I would like to see an SRV with a cargo rack so I can carry more than 2 things. So I am leaning toward just leaving my account where it is and continuing to play at the advanced level on the console while I slowly make my way up to that level on the PC. So there you go, that's my opinion. I'd be interested to know what some of you other commanders think about this situation and what you're planning on doing. Drop me a comment in the section, and I'll look for it down the road. For now, Grappler Man out.